Hello, you guys. Welcome. Let me bring the mic closer. Or welcome back to the Cake Radio Show by CakeDive. I am the CakeDive, and I hope you guys are doing well because today we are going to be discussing Megan Thee Stallion. Real hot girls. Can't say that word yet, but we're talking about. I'm going to give y'all a concert review and just talk about how she's been, handling her career with this new album rollout and talking about how I think that she's really here to stay. Like she's really proving with this album rollout with her self-titled album that she's here to stay. So I'm late on giving y'all my concert review because I went to the Chicago show. like that was weeks that was weeks ago. And like the reason I didn't do it was when originally I was kind of hesitant because I wanted to put footage in the podcast episode, and I kind of questioned if I would be able to really do that without getting like copyright claimed or getting the episode pulled on like podcast platforms and YouTube. I mean, like it's that kind of thing. Um, but yeah, I had a really good time. I was night one for the Chicago show, and it was really cute. Like, let me talk about the black women. Like black women, and I know y'all listening because y'all have been holding the podcast down and really supporting me, and I really thank y'all for that. But black women, the Black Women's Hot Girl Club, y'all looked so good at that concert. Like I have not seen, like, it shocked me because I have not seen that many like dark skinned black women pull up, for a concert like that consistently before. Like it was purely black women, like truly. Like it was black women and black men, and that was like, yes. Like this was really, it's really kind of iconic and very telling of like Megan's audience and what space that she's been able to sort of curate for her concerts, to look like this. And this is also something that isn't like a inconsistent thing. Like you look at all of the concert footage for all the concerts that she's hosted so far, and you are seeing gorgeous, gorgeous girls. Like y'all looked amazing. Your outfits looked good. Like y'all was ready for this. And like y'all, like again, like I'm giving y'all the tens because y'all looked incredible. Like y'all looked incredible. Um, the concert was good. I liked Glorilla's performances as an opener. Which I did not know as many like Glorilla songs as I probably should. I only knew a handful of hits, and but again, like I'm still gonna give her props. Like she did a good job with the show. Um, she had a stage presence. Her backup dancers were insane, like good moogly boogly. Like y'all had some booty, but like y'all was also gorgeous. Like y'all was gorgeous down. Like everybody who was on that stage and everybody at the concert was gorgeous. Like I was gagging. And then Megan's set was incredible. Like I have been waiting for this moment for a long time. Like I was always talking to people like, oh, like if Megan Thee Stallion ever goes on tour, like I have to see her, and I made it happen. So very grateful that I got to see her on the tour. She played all the hits. All the songs were good, and I low key wanted to do that meme, which is like, guys, like she's gonna play right, like, and one of my favorite songs for her. This is such a random pick. Is the song Intercourse by, I think it's featuring, I'm blanking on who it's featuring, but it was off the Good News album. That is low key one of my favorite songs from her. So I heard that being DJ'd in between the sets, and I was like, girl, please perform this. Like I know I'm the only person in this in this arena who would want to listen to that song, but please play it for me. But yeah, the girl, it was really good. The only critique that I really had of the show was just that like there were some mic issues, And like there's just times in which like I don't know if Megan was holding the mic too close or there's just like an issue with the feedback of the mic, but like the mic would ring a little bit and it's like whoa, and it would kind of throw you out. It would like snap you out of the song a little bit in the performance. But outside of that, she did a great job. She had stage presence. That's something that you can't say about a lot of these other artists in the rap game, or just artists like artists in general. Like a lot of artists nowadays are lacking stage presence, and she's really nailed it. She's come from the Beyonce school of performances, and you can see that in a lot of the clips and a lot of the performances that she's done with this tour alone. And I saw that here. So I'd give the tour like I would. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give the tour a 9.5 out of 10. Like I was really pleased. You know, it was worth my money. Again, the biggest critique was just the mic issues, but outside of that, like I was gagged. Like she really did a good job. And and then we extended to the conversations of, you know, how she's handled the tour, you know, just in general. And it's really been smart. And I remember like a lot of people, including me for a little bit, were kind of questioning if she was going to drop her upcoming album that she's been rolling out ahead of the tour so she could perform the newer songs on the tour. And I never took the chance to step back and be like, you know, Cake, that's kind of stupid. Like I don't know why she would drop the album ahead of the tour, and you know not give people enough time to really stream the album just yet. Plus, she as she says in her interviews before announcing that she was going to be on tour, even she said that like she never went on tour. Like she's had a handful of albums that she's had and a lot of music that she has to comb through and that a lot of the hotties wanted to listen to. So you know, putting out an album and having to perform the newer songs, pretty much the entire album on top of the hits would have been definitely a task for her to do. So I don't blame her for not doing that. But that being said, her rollout with the album and her rollout with a lot of the collabs and stuff, and how she's handled, you know, this again, like how she's handled this tour has been really smart, and it is really showing sort of a testament that one, she is here to stay, and that she's one of the like I've said this like solidly, like I believe that she is the princess of rap. Like I think that she is going to be the next queen of rap for sure. And because, you know, she has the talent, she has the rap game, she has the flow. She writes her raps, like she has been able to freestyle off the whim. Like she got it down. She's been proving that she's been able to freestyle with the freestyle Mondays, the Megan Mondays that she's been doing. Um the songs, she has her hits. She has her, you know, her songs that are for the arts, not for the charts. Like she's very personable. That's something that not a lot of the rap girls nowadays can really say about themselves. And it's not like, you know, being personable largely in especially in a space like rap where it's very toxic is obviously difficult, but like no shade, a lot of the rap girls are struggling with that. You have, and I'm not saying this to put the other rap girls down because again, like I like support the rap girls. Like I'm still going to give y'all the chance, but like listen, I did an episode on JT talking about how JT was going at it with like her, you know, City Girls Come and fell out with her, and you know the beef with Glorilla who is at this tour, and some of the shady things that she has done with Megan, you know, on behalf of the proxy beef that she had that they all have with Nicki Minaj. Sexy Red, she literally is having think pieces right now come out because of the fact that you know she's performing on stage with like a MAGA style hat, and she is kind of being a grifter, like being around a lot of like white conservatives and stuff like that. And you know the black girls who've been supporting her, the black girls and the black men who've been supporting her are there's you know those who are supporting her are looking at her crazy because it's like, girl, how long you gonna keep this up? Like at some point I can't be supporting this no more. For me, I already called it quits, but you know I still respect that she's, you know, making it in this space. And then there's obviously the men who already were not who were rooting against her, but that's another conversation. Then you have, you know, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I'm not gonna dwell too much on that because I feel like we always dwell on that, and it's long and tired. but they both need to wrap that up because like we don't care no more. Like we just want to get back to this music. Like we need Nikki to get back in the studio and give us some music videos and give us some some better songs because Pink Friday 2 was very rough, to be put it nicely. I'm not trying to have no barbs in my comments for real. Don't be cutting up in these comments now. Cause I seen some of y'all try to cut up in them comments of my last videos. We not doing that here. No. 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 um but I need Nikki to try to actually put some budget down. I know she don't really have the budget because she gotta try to pull some money out of this tour, but she gotta put some budget down to do this rollout still. And then I need Cardi to put out a second album because it's getting ridiculous. And I did an episode on her not putting out an album. But that being said, a lot of the newer rap girlies, like Lotto, even though Lotto has been in beef, or like not even like for real beef, because she had that one spat with Nicki Minaj, which I've talked about before. Like I feel like they both were wrong in that, but I think they both can move on, and I feel like they, for the most part, they have. And then that weird, what was the other beef that she had? I'm blanking. Y'all, I had a long night. I had a long night. Bear with me, but she had another beef. I'm blanking on what the other beef was, but oh, not even the other beef. It was the girls trying to force her. It was the girls trying to make, not even the girls. It's the barbs trying to make fetch happen. They was trying to make her beef with Ice Spice, even though they both had no reason to beef with each other. Like they really don't be. They no. But I think Lotto's been trying to navigate it smart enough for her career. She's been pushing, songs like Sunday Service and stuff like that. That kind of does clapbacks, but they cute. And she, like her, Flo Milli has already stayed in her own lane. And, recently she got her collab with Cardi B. It says that, like, she had her hit with Never Lose Me. Like, she's been pushing it, and like Sexy Red, a lot of the other girls, like again, like all the girls that, even the girls that I gave criticism on, like they are still doing their thing. They're still doing a big one. And what I like about a lot of the younger new girls, so like Megan, Flamily, Lotto, a lot of the girls have been, building a space of like female rap unity for sure. And they've also been, starting to collaborate with each other, which is something that I feel like a lot of people who are here for the music are like, they really want that. Like they really want to, like, even outside of like rap, like a lot of the people, like a lot of listeners of music want, the new girls to collaborate with each other. Like I be seeing the tweets and like the comments and stuff of people asking Chloe and Normani and Tinashe to like collab and stuff like that. Like I be seeing them tweets and stuff like that. So like the girls want the girls to collaborate with each other. And what I've really been liking with this rollout of Megan's album and with the tour is that she is doing this, that. Like she's been collaborating with the girls, mind you, but she's really been doing it with this tour. Because like with a lot of the major stops, like she has been breaking people out and doing remixes or doing new songs and stuff like that. Like it's been real cute. Because we had the New York show in which she brought out Cardi B, and at that show she announced that they were gonna do the Cardi B remix of like Glow and Meg song Wannabe, which came out and I thought was a cute song. I think that they did as good as they could, but I feel like they probably needed to go in the studio and overhaul the song a little bit to like make it flow a little bit better. Like what throws me at the end of that Wannabe remix is that Cardi's in the end like, go me, go me, go me. Like what? Like girl, no. Like it should have been like, oh, like both like Meg and Glow together, like go Cardi, go Cardi, like some cute stuff like that. Like it would have been cuter if it was that, at least for me on that end. But again, like the song is good. Then you had Lotto come out, and you had Flo Milli come out, and you also had the album announcement, and we got the Sunday Service remix today. Like we got it today actually, with Flo Milli and Megan, and the song is cute. Like I love Flo Milli, and I loved her verse on this, and I enjoyed Megan's verse on this. But like Flo slid on the beat, like she slid on the beat, and I loved it. But again, like do she's been doing that. She's also been doing the Megan Monday still, in which it's her like little freestyles on YouTube that she's been doing, and it's all been really smart. It's all been really smart to like keep her in, you know, our faces in a positive way, and remind us that like she's that girl because you have the remixes, not the remixes, well, yes, the remixes. You have the remixes, which are like, of course, like it's boosting the songs that are already out there. It's giving them another push for like the charts and stuff like that because y'all care about the charts so much. Um, Songs like Sunday Service, like the song, I think the song charted near the end of the Hot 100, if I remember correctly. Again, I don't be paying attention to charts like that, but I'll be pulling. I only be knowing when like stands be trying to bring it in my face, or it hits the timeline. But I think that the song could be pushed a little bit more, especially because we got this remix with Flo and Megan on it. Like that, the two of like the most like iconic and like kind of like fairly beloved like rap female rap artists right now. Like they kind of going at it. Like that's kind of really is like they got it. Yeah, the Wannabe remix, the original song was already doing well. It was already doing numbers. So having Cardi on it was just like fairly smart. It was a fairly easy thing to do. Like it was just very simple to have her on there. And then you have the freestyles. The freestyles are smart because rap has been transitioning into this, and I talked about this in my Cardi B episode. You can watch that and listen to that on your favorite podcast platforms or on YouTube. Um, we're transitioning into an era of female rap where like it's kind of going for a raw sounding, more like freestyle sounding, like oh, like this is real rap for the streets type music. And as I talked about in the Cardi B episode, like not all artists can really like handle that. Not all artists can really do that style of rap. And granted, they don't all have to, but obviously, it gives you longevity if you can have a hit that works in the streets, in the clubs, on the radio, like everywhere, rather than just like designing it for streams and for the radio. Um, but with Megan, obviously, she's been an artist who hasn't really cared too much. She hasn't cared about the charts. She's put out music because, she has faith in the songs that she puts out. But also, she's been doing these freestyles because one of the big things that kind of helped push her career and kind of helped take her off, at least in the beginning. And it's something that a lot of people, when they like praise and love Megan, especially the hotties, like this is one of the consistent things that they talk about. The freestyles are iconic. Like she has the rap game. Like she has bars. Like she got the freestyle stuff down. And doing the Mega Mondays, doing stuff where like you got the freestyles going and it's based off of, you could remix iconic songs, and or you could do something new. It proves that like it's kind of new music, but it's not like it's not genuinely new music in the sense that like, oh, like it's gonna hit the charts at all. Like it's something cute for the fans and for those who are casually listening. And again, it's proving that you like still got it. Like you got the flow, you got the rap game and stuff like that. Mind you, Megan hasn't had to prove it because she's always been consistent about it. But having those Megan Mondays like out fairly frequently is kind of, it reminds the girls, and it has the girls talking, of course. For me, like I really love that like a G6 freestyle she did. That one is probably my favorite that she's done a part of the Megan Mondays freestyles for sure. But and then we got to move on to the album. Like we got the album dropping in what, 2 weeks? It drops on June 28th. It's her self-titled album. We got the cover. Everyone's been mixed on the cover. I thought the cover was, I mean, I don't think it's going to be the final cover because she said that, well, her team kind of suggested that there's going to be multiple covers. So I'm not thinking too hard about it. And I mean, we all kind of know that I feel like the album cover, while it does tell you a lot about the album, it's not the most important thing about the album. Like at the end of the day, it boils down to the music. So I don't have to pay too much attention to the album cover if as long as I'm listening to the music, and the music I know is going to be good because I've enjoyed the singles that we've gotten from this album. I enjoyed Cobra. I enjoyed Hiss. I think if I had to rank the ones in which I like the most, I would say Boa, Cobra, and then Hiss. Walk with me here. But granted, and I'm not even trying to put any of these tracks down because I think that they're all really good tracks. I enjoyed Boa because it is like a fun track. It reminds me of like a lot of the songs that Megan used to put out, and like that popped off back in like the 2020s and stuff like that, like the good news era of Megan. And it is really it's a fun, cute song. Like I don't know what else to tell you. Then you have Cobra, which is like a raw, like intimate track for Megan. Mind you, she's been consistently giving us raw tracks. Like I was there for the Trauma Scene era. I was there listening to some of the songs that she put up on my Good News and stuff too. Like I was there. But she again, she's always been consistent in that. But like Cobra is really fleshed out and really like is kind of like the final nail in the coffin. Like she made that song to really be like, okay, like I'm letting this go. Like this is my time. And Hiss is a really strong track. It's hard rap. It is, you know, packed. Like she is airing a clip out on people, and I think it's the reason that it's number three is not because of quality or anything, but it's just because of the fact that like I think for me like the diss tracks and stuff are a little bit difficult for me to like re-listen to. Like I listen to the song a lot of times, bear with like for sure. Like don't get me wrong, but I just know for like diss tracks and stuff like that, like baby, I'm gonna listen to it, but like it's hard for me to like I don't be re-listening to it as much as I do like standard or like more traditional songs that aren't like that. But what's rap without rap beef? Am I right? Um, but I loved all the singles. The album art. I can take a leave, but I'm not too concerned about it. Like I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense." But it kind of does. Like I get that it's not like in your face about like the snakes. Like I know we've been keeping a snake theme for the album singles, but on my end, like she has consistently throughout this rollout talked about how this is gonna be her metamorphosis, how this is gonna be this is an album about renewal. Like this is gonna be like a new era of Megan, um, where she becomes something new. Like the old goes and something new rises from it. And the butterfly is like that is an animal that kind of goes through something like that. Like it starts as a caterpillar, you know, and then turns into a butterfly. Like it metamorphosizes or whatever the word is. Girl, I'm probably saying the wrong word right now, but bear with me. It's the morning and I am exhausted. Again, long night, but I still wanted to give y'all a cute little episode for Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. Hope y'all doing well. But I think that's all my thoughts for this. I think Megan Thee Stallion has proven herself as an artist of quality. She's been collaborating and making a lot of spaces for the rap girls in many ways where a lot of the bigger artists, like No Shade, have kind of struggled or have been criticized for. Um, she's been keeping her name in our space because she's been doing the tour. She's been dropping the singles. She had the singles with her. She had the remixes. She got the album coming out. Like she got the freestyles. Like she been doing the things, and I am gonna give her tens because she has been putting in the work to give the tens. Um, and again, that's all I got. So this has been the Cake Radio Show by CakeDive. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure if you're watching this on YouTube to drop a like and subscribe at Cake Radio Show. Also drop it in the comments like what's your favorite single out of the self-titled album. if you are excited for it, what your thoughts on this episode was, and be sure to listen to my other episodes. Additionally, if you're listening to this on your favorite podcast platform, whether that is, YouTube Music, because Google Podcasts shut down, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, what have you, I love y'all so much. Thank you for listening wherever you are. And be sure to follow the podcast, turn on notifications for when new episodes drop every Friday. Well, not Friday. They drop next day. But YouTube, they drop Friday and Saturdays. On podcast platforms, they drop Saturdays and Sundays. And, be sure to keep tuning in and give me comments on, what other topics you want me to talk about, what your thoughts on this is. And yeah, that's all I got. But I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.